Hello everyone, this is Erik, the Asian movie enthusiast. This is another little bonus review for you on a Saturday. I'm not making a habit out of this, it's just that there were some kind of high-profile films that came out over the past month. I've really wanted to kind of cram into my usual schedule, so here's another one for you, but I'm trying to ramp these down. And this is my review of Ro, also known as Soul, a Malaysian horror film from 2019. Now, I have covered a small handful of Malaysian films on this channel. In my Asian horror playlist, I've reviewed Hysteria from 2008, Three Doors of Horrors from 2013, The Noise from 2015, and Munafik from 2016. And I think there's a few more that I'll cover in subsequent years when I get to them. I also did a review of the action film Wira from 2019 in a separate review video. But generally speaking, it's very difficult for an American like me to get a hold of Malaysian movies legally. You know, a lot of times you might need to rely on YouTube uploads or stuff like that. But thankfully, Ro got a legitimate streaming release recently, so we're going to talk about that. Now, cut off from civilization, a mother puts her children on high alert when they bring home a young girl caked in clay. So the mother warns her children by telling tales of spirits and spirit hunters, but these are not mere superstitions. As more strangers show up on her doorstep, she quickly finds another reason to fear the forest. So Ro has been on my radar for a little while now. I remember seeing some reviews pop up on the internet for this one when it came out on the festival circuits, and it's gotten some pretty positive critical reviews. So the first thing I like to point out is that I really like the feel of the film. You know, it's seemingly set during the hot summer months. There's a very old school aesthetic to it, from the creepy opening scene to the introduction of our protagonists, who are, you know, a woman with two kids who live in the middle of a forest by themselves. You know, there's a few people who live by, but this is a very small community. And the kids check an animal trap to see if they've caught some food, in this case, a deer. The structures in the area are made from natural materials like wood, grass, etc., and the night scenes involve handheld lanterns. It's a pretty cool atmosphere here, and for someone like me, you know, who lives in the suburbs and has my entire life basically, you know, a film that features these kind of locales and lifestyles is kind of a look into a more, I guess, like fundamental way of living that excludes all of the nonsense that comes with advanced technology, right, that we get in the cities and suburbs. So it's always kind of refreshing to see that portrayed in a film. Early on, we get this mysterious girl who shows up, little girl, and you're not really sure what to make of her. You know, is she good? Is she evil? Or is she just ambivalent? Like, she could be just a warning of dangers to come. She could provide possible protection at crucial moments later in the film, or maybe she's just bringing death and destruction. You're not really sure early on, so I kind of like that. There is a lot of, like, superstitious, occultish content in this. From, like, a pile of dirt that looks like a human at the beginning of the film, and it shows up a few times after that. You're not sure, like, is there actual someone buried in there? Or is it just, like, dirt that's formed in the shape of a human for some reason? So that had me going for a while. I'm like, what is this thing, you know? They use some animal blood at times. Mostly chicken, I think, in a few scenes. And they have, like, placements of rocks outside residences and certain, like, patterns and stuff. They got some rituals, some ritualistic stuff in this, too. So there's a lot of that in this. And if you combine that with the locales, you get a pretty strong idea or representation of, like, the culture of these characters in the film. So I liked all that stuff. There is some subtle communication and slight subjectivity, maybe, during the final 20 or so minutes. It's not insanely convoluted or confusing or anything like that, but when you're watching it, you'll have to put some pieces together yourself and kind of make some determinations based on character actions, because nobody's going to sit there and just, like, tell you everything that's happening. So you gotta, put some pieces together yourself. I kind of like that as well. Now, in terms of the scares, there is some creepy stuff in this. It also gets a little bit bloody at times, but nothing crazy. But there are no big set pieces in the film. It's mostly like a slowly increasing sense of unease that it develops. It's not a movie to watch with a bunch of friends. If you bring a bunch of friends over, you break out the beer, the booze, the popcorn. All right, let's watch something fun or like really like a crowd pleaser. That's not really what this film is. It's more of like a lower budget indie horror film. Deliberately paced, relies primarily on legend and folklore, and then the scares kind of supplement that. So, but like I said, it does get spooky in spots. It does. In terms of acting, it's good. No problems there. So, really, to sum it up, this is just a good quality horror film, in my opinion. It's not going to, like, knock your socks off, either in terms of, like, the scares or even, like, the character development isn't particularly complex in this either. But it's just good quality. You know, the way it's filmed, the way it's acted and shot, and how it keeps you engaged. And the runtime is not excessive either. So, hey, check it out. You know, especially if you're a fan of Asian horror and you want a movie from a country that doesn't get that much attention, this is a good one to check out. It's readily available. It's currently available streaming on YouTube, Amazon, a few other places. So I do recommend this. And as always, I will see you next time.